This Week in Science. Hello, all you cool cats and kittens. It's time for This Week in Science, April 14th, April 17th. Let's take a look what we have in store for this week. Hey, now, let me just start off by saying I graded those tests that you guys took last week, everyone that did take it. What I decided to do was give it an adjustment. Whatever your percent score was, let's say I had a 75%, let's just say. I bumped it up to 85%. I gave you an adjustment. I bumped everyone's grade up one full score. Then I took that score, divided by 2, and I put your score at a 50. Now that means that if you had, let's say, a 96%, I moved it up to 106%. You got yourself a 53 out of 50. You earned it. You've learned the material remotely. Well done. You know, if you're following along, you could be successful too. Don't give up. Just keep working. Let's take a look at what we got this week. Oh, by the way, something else. I've been putting assignments in the grade book. Put them in yesterday. 4 new assignments were put in the grade book. They are, let's see, the test on evidence for evolution. I was at a 50. The CK12 assignments, there were 4 of them. By the way, the so-called quiz that we took on CK12 became an assignment. I just made that a part of the CK12 line. I just made it a 5-point thing. All you had to do was get half credit on them. You had to get half of them right. All you were able to do that. So if you didn't get full credit on that line, that's because you missed one of the assignments. And if you end up doing them, please email me, let me know you did it, which is true for every missing assignment, by the way. Email it to me when it's late. That way I know that it's in there. And that's particularly true with the STEMscope stuff because it's really hard for me to find that STEMscope stuff. I don't know if you turned it in or not once I go through it the first time. Oh, the video questions on evolution. Graded those too. All right. So remember, there's the 3 different videos with the questions, proof of study. Most of you turned that in, not all. And then the lab on amino acid sequences for DNA evolution. And once again, most of you turned that in, but once again, that was the one that was probably the most likely one that you didn't turn in. And that should be in, once again, your science folder, which goes to my Hapara account, which means I could just check in on you just by pushing this little button here. I could find out who did what. All right. So that was last week in science. Now let's talk about this week in science. All right. So the first thing is you found this. We got this notebook and screencast on evolutionary relationships. I'm going to make a separate screencast just to go through our notes. They're not much, I have to admit. We've kind of covered most of this material already. It's a 4-day week. I decided to spend that time making branching tree diagrams. I found a fantastic lab to back it up with. All right, so that's the first thing. On the STEMscope app, I put down 4 assignments. I apologize. I know it's not the most creative thing to do, but they're all pretty good assignments. And they are. And by the way, I'm going to put some links up here for you guys. Forgot to do that. They are the STEMscopedia assignment, the Reading Science C on biological similarities, a math connection, and the concept review game. That makes the STEMscope assignments. Now, some of this is going to be audited. I promise you that. Some of this I'm just going to check off to see if you did it. But one of those assignments, if not 2 of those assignments, will be audited in terms of your performance. Let's take a look at the STEMscope a little bit closer. Let's take a look at, once again, behind the scenes. You can kind of take a look at what I get, all right, and what I'm asking you to do this week. So let's go over here to the scopes and see 8th grade. This is the line we're currently running through right now. We are running through evolutionary history and relationships. This is next week. We're going to hit up natural selection next week. probably artificial selection right alongside of it. Then we're probably going to get it in the light. I'm going to skip probably these two sections over here. We already talked about proteins last week. Mutations, we'll figure it out, right? Then we've got this stuff, all this unit over here. We gotta take on the subject of light. We'll be doing that next week. Speaking of light, I forgot faded right there. All right, let's see. Let's turn this around a little bit. All right, let's go back to what we're doing this week. I picked out a few assignments. One of them is the STEMscopedia. Got that one. Concept review game, always a favorite. A lot of kids like the concept review game. Please remember to do the key terms and the concepts. Do them both at the same time. You just simply turn it in. That way I know you did it. You got the math connection. It's a beautiful thing over here, the math connection. I'm going to make a copy of this. I'll put it on the, I'll put it on your calendar. I'll just save it like that. Put on your calendar called Evolutionary History and Relationships. I'll get that as a straight one. That way, if you want to do it online, you can't. On the paper, you can. If you get sick of doing everything on the computer, I understand. If you want to do it that way, if you put on the paper, you can send it to me. You can screenshot or make it like, it's better if you put it in your, what's those things called again? The fax machine, right? You scan a copy. All right, this way I get a better copy. When you guys get pictures of your thing, it's hard for me to read it, And then let's see, what else did I get you? Oh yeah, biological systems. That's what we're doing this time around. This is the one I've assigned to you. All right, so this is, and I'm going to once again, I'm making a copy of this thing too here for us. That way I can put it all on the calendar. Okay, that's your STEMscope line. That's what we're doing this week in STEMscope. Let's not forget, some of you guys didn't do the test. Whoops. Some of you guys did not yet do that test, from last week. And if that's the case, I don't want to name you out. I'm going to be giving the email if I don't have that thing done real soon. Now, notice I don't have any CK12 this week. I know it's a little disappointing. I'm going to hold off on CK12. Don't worry, boys and girls. We'll hit it heavy next week. But this is why. I found a gem over here. It's called the Phylogenetic Tree Virtual Lab. What a gem this is. The whole week is about this one activity. All right. So I've got the link here. It might be best if you just open this up because then you've actually got the assignment. There it is. Come on. There it is. All right. So then we can go over here. I'm going to click on this link and it'll tell you what to do. All right. Now I did this already. Hopefully I can remember how to do this. Okay. You hit play the game. That can be a video intro if you want to. You play the game. Yeah, it's my station. All right. You play the game. I'm going to sign in with Google, right? Once again, don't worry about PBS stealing your info. Worry about Google, right? They're the ones. Okay, so now let's go down to play the game. Finally, I play the game. I've hit it 5 times. All right, finally worked. Okay, we're going to do the evolution lab. All right, we're going to do something called the evolution lab, and I want you to do 3. I'm Commander Chima, and I'm sending you on a mission. In fact, 3 missions. 3 different missions we're going on. First one is called Training Trees. That's the one where you're going to get accustomed to what your task is going to be. That's the first part of your mission. Then you're going to be sent on a separate mission called Fossils, Rocking the Earth. Now, as you can see, I've done these already. That's why it says replay, right? And then it says DNA spells evolution. That will be your final mission. If you want to keep going, I'm not stopping you. Just keep going. I mean, you can keep going. You got biogeography, you got tree of life and death. That sounds nice. I'm not going to require that you do all of them. This one here, I can't remember what the name is right now. I'm not going to require you to do them all because it'll take you too long. All right. But if you do them all, I'll give you more points. Right. But if you do all 3 of these, that's what I'm requiring. Right. It's these 3 things right here where you're going to end up making trees. All right, so how does this work? Red, green, algae, gecko. So what you do is you got these cells with nuclei. It says drag these specimens into the center. I go here, I put this here, I put this there, I put this there. Oops, like that, and I make a little tree. And now I've got this cells with nuclei. I got a different place I can put it. I can put it here, put it there. This shows you where I can put it. If it's right, I'll know. Oh, but that's wrong. It's wrong. So I can move that little dot. I can move that dot to there. And hey, I got it right. Good job. Look, it even told me. Good job. You successfully built your first phylogenetic tree. Both the gecko and the palm tree have cells with nuclei. Next. All right, now we got another one. Now, look, this is fun. It's real fun. I think you're going to like this one. This is your week in science. Now, you're going to do all three missions there. All right. My recruits, you're going to do all three missions. And you're going to like fill out this worksheet here to make sure you actually did it. You don't have to fill out the worksheet if you do mission 4. If you could do mission 4, you don't have to make the worksheet. All you got to do is a screenshot me that you did. That's it. All right. You don't have to do this thing. You don't want to do the worksheet. Do the 4th mission in addition to the third mission. Go out there and do special forces. Go out there and go do it. All right. Then you don't have to fill out this worksheet. All you got to do then is screenshot me proof that you did it. And the screenshot proof would be what? What would the screenshot proof look like? Oh, great. I can't. It would be that one page, just this page. I know that you did it because of this. I got to do this again. Just this one page. Good. This page here would be enough for me that know that you did it because it has words replay on it. That way I know you did them all. All right. It'll say DNA. You can see, oh, I didn't even finish the DNA spells evolution. All right. So therefore you would know, I know if you finished them or not. Okay. Now, if you want to go do mission 4, you don't have to do the worksheet. What a deal. What a deal. What a deal. Now, that is your week in science, kids. Now, I'm going to end up making a Google form. And the Google form is going to go with this screencast. And I'm going to make it pretty soon. I don't know, later today. And it's going to prove that you watched this screencast. So I'm going to make a couple questions. One of the questions is going to be about my theme song. Bye, everyone.